Hi everyone, this is meowmurai. Let's check out Celestial Return running on PC. Now this game's still actively in development, so they just released a demo and are kind of looking for feedback about what people think of it. I think the art style's pretty stunning, so that's what caught my eye. But let's see how the game is, or at least what they're working on. We can't do any of this stuff. Chapter 1, Earth, Planet Zero. Planet Zero, a world caught between the realms of sci-fi and supernatural, a world of contrasts where the daily grind of high-tech life is punctuated by the occasional brush with the bizarre. A technologically advanced civilization, its inhabitants are divided into augmented humans and those who have chosen to remain fully organic. The dummy about experience starts at Act 6 of Celestial Return. Free dive in.
Enjoying a quiet drink at the Crow Jazz Bar. Officer Reynolds slides over with a case that's too tough for the usual detectives. Reynolds drops a mysterious case on your lap.
Reynolds drops a mysterious case on your lap. A string of strange suicides shaking the city's core. What's lurking in the shadows? With only a crypt, you grab your trusty sidekick, Rose the Oracle, and head into the seedy underbelly of the sewers in search of dark secrets. The operation goes south.
But just when
all hope seems lost, the mysterious visitor swoops in to save the day.
Back at your office.
Back at your office, the sting of failures linger. The sting of failure lingers until a strange sight catches your attention. And your journey begins. It begins at Chapter 6? Wow. Okay, join the Discord. Reporting any bugs. Of course, there was a link to the Kickstarter. Whispers in the Dark, Episode 6. But why start at Episode 6? Super weird. Well, welcome to Celestial Return, a sci-fi noir role-playing game where you shape and control a cast of characters as they plot and execute the heist of the Millennia. During this demo, you will be playing as the tech thief, Howard, as he struggles with a dead end on a murder investigation. Got it. The wayward detective returns to his office. A pod in shambles, a supposedly temporary permanency. Yeah, oh boy, the way this is written. His augmented eyes lock on a white anomaly, an envelope placed discreetly against the blisters of the doorframe. In Celestial Return, dialogue options appear or disappear based on how you customize your character as the story progresses. To customize your very own Howard to be your perfect playdoll, enter the Mind Nexus and use your insight points to unlock and upgrade his personality traits. We have given you 2 completely free no strings attached insight points to play around. In the full game, you will earn insight points by completing quests and solving mysteries. The wayward detective returns to his office. Oh yeah, okay. Foolishness. It's a bomb. As soon as we pull the envelope, a string will break, a fuse will ignite, powder will catch fire, and will gently go, always to sleep. What's my other choice? Mind Nexus. Let's see, perception, intelligence, foolishness, anger issues, virtues. What's this one? Perception, ability to perceive and interpret environmental stimuli. Intelligence, an intellectual being who understands its surroundings and can make correct decisions. Foolishness, irrational and erratic thinking leads to impulsive and often comedic decisions. Okay. Anger issues, uncontrolled outbursts of anger and excessive inconsistency, including anger problems that affecting the thought process. Virtue, a character trait that is morally correct and acts with good intentions. Well, we're definitely not going to pick that ever. Intelligence, perception. We could do perception and foolishness, right? How about that? That seems weird enough, right? Can I pick something else? Is that my only choice? I guess so, sure. Sensor sharpness. The placement on and condition suggests it's harmless. No indentations from hidden devices, just a straightforward delivery. Our post box is busted, so this was the only solution. A love letter from a secret admirer, or yet another death threat with a horrible stench of... What was it? Neither puff? Or another overdue bill. You think we can score some cash for the mission from our friends at the department? Howard scans the area, searching for any sign for whoever put the envelope there. Nothing. Suspiciously nothing. Anger issues. Someone knows where we live. Hand on the gun. Flip off the safety. Draw your gun. Pick up the envelope. Pick up the envelope. As you travel through the cosmos, Howard and his team will pick up various items along the way. To access these goodies, click on Howard's portrait. Head to the abyss and select Check Your Pockets. Here you can browse through your collected items. Howard's fingers tremble slightly as he reaches for the envelope. He feels a mixture of curiosity and apprehension, the weight of countless past encounters with dangers pressing down on him. Check your pockets. Envelope. Envelope. A plain, unmarkable envelope with no name, address, or markings. It simply masks the secrets it may hold inside. Oh, okay. It doesn't actually... We don't actually do anything with it. The envelope appears unassuming. It's surface plain and devoid of any markings. There's no name or address on it. Entering the office, Howard settles into the chair, his anticipation growing. Let's see. Detect the envelope for clues, or open the envelope. Let's detect. Click the dice to roll. Easy peasy. So 2 through 6 is success. We got 1. We failed. Easy peasy and I still failed? What the heck is this? We can't find any visible clues on the envelope. It seems frustratingly ordinary. Open it. The storyline of Celestial Return exists in a complex and vast universe that slowly unfolds itself as you progress through the game. The Codex is your go-to source for everything you need to know about the characters, locations, and intriguing events in the lore, or if you need a quick refresher when making critical decisions. After all, knowledge is power, power corrupts, and a vast network of immense corruption is the only thing that keeps systems from collapsing in on themselves. Carefully, he opens the envelope, revealing a stack of Polaroid photos. Look at the photos of the wedding scene, examine the cafe snapshot, inspect the picture of the man in the suit. Examine the cafe snapshot. The Polaroid shows Zephyr at a cafe, enjoying her drink with friends. They are laughing, caught in a moment of joy. Okay. Her eyes sparkle with what appears to be genuine happiness, and her laughter seems to echo through the image. Virtue. Sometimes the most desperate cries for help are the ones that go unheard. Look at the photo with the wedding scene. Inspect the picture of the man in the suit. Wedding scene. It's a Polaroid from the wedding of Mr. Fabius Aconite and his wife, Lillian Aconite. The couple stands side by side against a backdrop of blooming flowers and flowing fabric, holding hands, a symbol of unity and affection. They don't really seem like they're holding hands, but okay. Your insights flicker like moments of clarity in a complex world, each one nudging you towards deeper understanding. Can you grasp what they're trying to tell you? Inside Echo. Focus on the details. 2 through 6. 4. Okay, success. Examining the photograph closely, Howard notices the subtle tension in Lillian's body language. Her posture is unnaturally stiff and her smile appears forced. The way she grips Fabiu's hand suggests anxiety rather than affection. Inspect the picture of the man in the suit. The Polaroid depicts Logan in a suit, stepping into a large building. The structure looms over him, its grand facade hinting at power and authority. The building's grandeur starkly contrasts with the isolation in Logan's eyes. What might have been an ordinary scene now serves as a haunting reminder of the hidden struggles and untold stories. Examine the last Polaroid. As Detective Howard inspects the fourth Polaroid, his brow furrows with concern. The Polaroid shows the eerie silhouette of the old silo building against the dark night sky. Unlike the others, this photo is clear, not faint or blurred. In front of the silo, a vague figure stands, barely discernible, but unmistakably here. Howard's mind races with possibilities, each more disturbing than the last. Brain dead. Whoa, that's a spooky building. Maybe it's haunted or something. Maybe the killer's a ghost? Anger issues. This sick game ends now. Don't let this psychopath manipulate you any longer. Show them who's in charge. Intelligence. I'd like to say trust your instincts, but so far they haven't made any sense. The best thing you can do is actually go to the silo and confront whoever this is, but you have to be very careful if we're really going to confront the killer. Rose, Howard, are you blind? That's totally you in front of the fucking silo. It's just a photo. We don't even know if it's real. Oh, come on. It's real enough to get me off the couch. Let's go kick some ghost ass. Fine, I guess we can take a look. But stay sharp. This could get ugly fast. Sharp as a tack, boss. Let's give him a hell. Welcome to Nethervale, Detective. You called these streets home and work for the good part of a decade. Use WASD or the arrow keys to move your view around the map. Or if you're feeling extra laid back, use the mouse wheel to look around. Manager's office. A cluttered sanctuary of investigation filled with stacks of dusty files and a single desk lamp casting long shadows. The scent of old paper mixes with the faint aroma of coffee. Dead end, a dark back alley. Not exactly Howard's preferred route. Shadows cling to the walls and the air feels thick with unspoken dangers. Statue. Landmark in the heart of the city, known simply as the statue for its singular significance. Its mysterious and bizarre design defies description, making it a surreal masterpiece. The Crow Jazz Bar, a smoky sanctuary where smooth jazz and the rich aroma of whiskey provide a perfect escape from the city's chaos. A cozy haven for jazz lovers and night owls alike. Reynolds House, a modest and unremarkable home, its plain facade and tidy yard reflecting a quiet, uneventful life. How do I use the mouse wheel to explore anything? That seems like it doesn't work. The silo, a relic from a bygone industrial era. The silo's tower, rusted metal and crumbling concrete, stand against the neon-lit cityscape, whispering secrets of the past to those who listen. What is this slam? The Daily Rockers newspaper, a snapshot of a bygone era. The issue of the Daily Rockers captures the wild energy of a concert Howard played with his old band. The headlines scream of music and chaos, a reminder of a time when the stage was his battlefield. Howard's memo: the concert was one for the books. If we hadn't brawled with the drummer and split up, maybe I'd still be rocking out instead of chasing down freaks. Case 1. Howard's latest assignment, passed down from an old friend, Officer Reynolds. The city is experiencing an alarming spike in what appears to be suicides, but the police department is baffled. Reynolds seeks Howard's expertise to cover the truth behind these deaths. Howard's memo. Something's off here. Time to dig deeper and find the truth behind these so-called suicides. Can I not look at the photos again? No? Oh, I guess screw you if you want to look at the photos. Oh, I see. It's like a board game. I'm assuming like stuff happens here to you if you make certain decisions. because I don't really remember what that photo was. I don't really remember the background of that photo. I thought it was the silo, but maybe it isn't. I guess we'll find out soon. Does it show us in here? No, of course not. Howard stands in front of the old silo, a relic from the past, amidst the neon chaos of the crowded cityscape. Rain pours steadily from the sky, blending with the colorful glow of neon advertisements that flash and flicker against the windows of the surrounding high-rises. The steady rhythm of rain mixes with the distant rumble of traffic and the hum of hovering vehicles zipping by overhead. With the cool rainwater trickling down his collar and Rose nestled safely in his pocket, Howard's eyes scan the base of the silo for the entrance. Something catches his eye. Unlock a hidden self, dive into a sea of realization, and uncover emotions in your deadbeat mind flat. What, you thought you could afford a mind palace? The Secrets to be Found panel, accessible from the Abyss screen, will house the grotesque, brutal, and self-aggrandizing insights you discover throughout the game, and your credit holocard password. Okay, I don't really know what all those words mean necessarily. Let's see. Thanatos Trance aims to look deeply into the mysteries of death and humanity's relationship with it. Nullifier, algorithm used by Rayla for system reset, the second most powerful weapon just after Titan Core. The Hive Mind, the persona you become when you touch the Titan Core, the most powerful weapon known to the universe, the ultimate score. Anger Antidote enhances the ability to cope with stressful situations by developing a more complex algorithm to reduce anger and maintain calmness. Okay, I'm assuming at some point in time this would make more sense. He looks up and notices a silhouette at the top of the silo. The figure's cloak flutters in the wind, obscuring its contours and adding an eerie mystique to the scene. Howard lowers his gaze, refocusing on the entrance door. As he approaches, he can't resist looking up one last time. The figure's gone, vanished as if it were never there. Anger issues. Damn it! Don't let these assholes mess with our head. Keep your finger on the trigger. Rose. You sure about this? Looks like a perfect place for a horror movie. Got any glimpse of the future for what's ahead? Maybe so, but we need answers, and there. Should we go for back or going in? Got any glimpses of the future for what's ahead? Ice, Howard. Ice is the key. Did I get my icy soak today? Nope. So you know the answer. Alright then, if you don't know shit, keep your mouth shut while I figure this out. Huh. Howard carefully pushes the door open with the barrel of his gun, the creak of old hinges breaking the silence. A chill hits him as the cold, damp air seeps out, heavy with the scent of rust and decay. He turns on his flashlight, its beam slicing through the oppressive darkness. The sound of dripping water echoes through the large, empty space. He steps inside, his eyes adjusting to the gloom. Brain dead. If we see any ghosts, just run around screaming. That should scare him away. Howard moves cautiously through the dark interior, where old machinery and rotting crates lie abandoned. He scans every corner, every shadow, looking for a sign of the mysterious figure. A glance upward reveals something unusual about the ceiling. It doesn't resemble the usual structure of a building's overhead surface. Instead, it appears distorted, almost fluid-like, as if a swirling mass of shadows and ethereal energy. Suddenly, a faint sound echoes through the chamber, catching Howard's attention. Turning, his flashlight beam reveals a figure gracefully descending from the distorted ceiling, floating down towards him. His spectral sight flickers, but even without it, this being is unmistakably an abstract. The stranger is unlike anyone Howard has ever seen. Boost, augmentation, cyborg are the hallmarks of every kick-ass sci-fi setting. As the storyline progresses, you'll get a chance to cut out every bit that made your characters real and replace their limbs with weaponized capitalism. Turn Thesis ship into Thesis Armada and break apart your bodily confines with no sense of self whatsoever. Is this some kind of sci-fi movie? Ectovision, a state-owned tech company, is renowned for its cutting-edge innovations in augmented reality and cybernetic enhancements, specializing in military-grade equipment. Augment, spectral sight, 2 eye slots. Spectral sight is an advanced military-grade ocular augment exclusively crafted for the Paranormal Investigation Division, PID officers. Unlike any other ocular augmentation available, it enables users to detect and interact with abstracts. Due to its advanced capabilities, spectral sight is prohibited for civilian use. Unauthorized possession is a serious offense, with distribution limited to certified PID officers only. Okay, my certified officer. Howard's grip tightens on his gun, his eyes narrowing as he takes in the abstract's bizarre appearance. Anger issues. Who the hell are you? Wait for the abstract to talk first? Brain dead. This is getting too weird. Is there a manual for dealing with you? Wait for the abstract to talk. The abstract's voice is calm, almost soothing. It carries an undertone of menace. I am the echo of past decisions, the reflection of lost futures. They call me Shuttergeist. Your intelligence pulses with recognition. The name Shuttergeist from PID Time seeks entry into your cognitive archives. Neural archive. What do you remember about Shuttergeist? 3 through 6 is a success. And I failed. 2 failures, 1 success. Your mind wrestles with fragments that refuse to coalesce in clear understanding. Shuttergeist tilts his head slightly, the eye in the Polaroid frame seeming to study Howard intently. Cut the theatrics. You're behind all this. Enough games. Tell me what you know about the suicides. Is this supposed to scare me? You're wasting my time. Enough games. The suicides are not mere tragedies, Detective. They are echoes of despair, reverberations of fear that have taken form. These souls were driven to their end by forces unseen. My knowledge of these events is limited, but I sense a pattern, a malevolent hand orchestrating this darkness. Can someone break this down? I'm lost here. Intelligence says nothing. Anger says nothing. Sensory says nothing. Or sharpness says nothing. Virtue says nothing. Okay, I'll just shut up. Howard steps closer, his flashlight illuminating Shuttergeist's earnest expression. What's the real reason you dragged me out here? Time for games. If you know something, spill it now. I'm not in the mood for a philosophical debate. Tell me why I shouldn't end this right now. What's the real reason you dragged me out here? You hold the voice of influence, Detective. People heed your words, trust your wisdom. I beseech you to be our herald, to spread a message that can reshape worlds. Let's see, what are you talking about? Speak clearly. Intelligence, I'm listening, but I need the details clear and precise. Anger issues. Cut the crap and tell me straight, or we're done here. I have more intelligence, so... Not all of us abstract carry darkness in our hearts. We yearn for coexistence, a symphony of peace, but fear and hatred cloud this vision. How'd you find me? And why should I trust you? I have walked the shadows beside you, yet I have done no harm. My presence here is a plea, not a demand. We seek allies among your kind, for only together can we weather the storm. You perceive the truth that not all of us are bound by malevolence. I've seen what abstracts can do, but Rose has shown she's harmless. Harmless? I prefer charmingly lethal. Precisely. There are many like Rose and me, souls yearning for serenity. Yet the PID hunts us, driven by a fear they do not understand. We need your voice, Detective, to help change that narrative. Richard, you have my attention. I need to understand. Why should I believe you? This could all be a trap. Let's say I believe you. What do you want from me? Anger issues. Enough talk. I don't trust you. What do you want from me? We seek a partner who moves with grace, not force. Speak for us, Detective. Let your voice be the bridge between the worlds, the melody that soothes the chaos. Maybe it's time for you to trade your gun in for a microphone, Howard. Quite the career shift. Help us rewrite the narrative, where fear is but a shadow and understanding is dawn. Alright, I'll help you, but this means you owe me answers. Lots of them. Show me a sign of good faith. I need proof, something concrete. Proof is the anchor in the storm of doubt. Very well, Detective. Observe this fragment of our plight, a glimpse into the sorrow we endure. Shuttergeist takes out a Polaroid camera from his hand, hidden behind his back, and presses the shutter button. Flash blinds Howard, its brilliance overwhelming his vision until all he sees is white. As the light fades, a succession of Polaroid photographs flows before his eyes. These images depict abstract captured, tortured, and subjected to experiments. Their agony is etched into each photo, yet a faint glimmer of hope remains in their eyes, a yearning for coexistence. Alright, that's enough. I get it. Understanding dawns like the first light of day. With your help, we can bask in the warmth of acceptance and peace. Howard considers Shuttergeist's words carefully. The images from the Polaroids linger in his mind. Still don't trust you, but I'll play along for now. Holster the gun and nod cautiously. Lower you again, but keep it ready just in case. Howard lowers his gun, but keeps it ready, his eyes locked on Shuttergeist. Your vigilance is commendable, Detective. It shows you care deeply about your world and those within it. I'm willing to listen, but don't mistake that for trust. Let's start with what you need from me. Seek out the abstracts you come across and bring them to me. I will protect them and guide them towards a peaceful existence. Fine, but if this goes south, remember, I won't hesitate to act. Fair enough. As Shuttergeist begins to dissolve into a cascade of vibrant multicolored particles, he pauses and looks directly at Howard, his voice resonating with a mix of hope and urgency. There is one more thing, Detective. A storm is coming. A force far more malevolent than anything you've encountered. Its shadow looms over Nethervale, threatening both our worlds. Be prepared, for our paths will cross again soon. With that, Shuttergeist's form disintegrates entirely, leaving behind an eerie silence. That's one way to make an exit. So, we trusting Casper here, or what? I'm not sure, but I'm willing to follow this thread and see where it leads. Intelligence. We have the suicides to investigate. This abstract business. It's a whole other layer to the mess we're already in. Just as they turn to leave, something catches Howard's eye. A single Polaroid photo lies on the ground where Shuttergeist had stood. He bends down, picking it up with a growing sense of unease. The image on the Polaroid is initially unclear, but as Howard scrutinizes it, a chill runs down his spine. Is that a spine, or what is that? A massive spacecraft looms in the picture. Oh, that's a spacecraft? As he examines it more closely, he recognizes the familiar skyline of Nethervale. The spaceship has landed right in the heart of the city. I guess maybe I can see it. Kind of. Just looks bony. Shuttergeist seems to have left out some of what he knows. Howard flips the Polaroid over and his breath catches in his throat. The back of the photo bears a hastily scrawled message. The end is near. Alright. So, yeah, that was just a little demo that they have of Celestial Return. It's an interesting visual novel. Usually we don't see a lot of visual novels developed in this comic book style. And kind of in this noirish language, which, you know, kind of hit and miss on that. You know, it's a very you know, thin line to tread between interesting and cheesy, right? You can certainly cross over here and there if you're not really careful. But yeah, I think it's something that looks like it's really promising. I think the art's really good. The writing, you know, like I said, as long as you accept what it is, maybe you'd have some fun with the way it's written in that old kind of weird classic language. But other than that, yeah, it's something that we'll definitely check out as time goes on. I think I'll put some money into the Kickstarter myself, and hopefully we'll see more as the developers add more features into their game and you know, flesh out the story. Although this is chapter 6, so this looks like it's right in the middle of other stuff, which kind of makes me wonder what happens through 1 through 5, you know, outside of what they introduced in that brief introduction. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.